5:30, LMPD officers remember one of their own who died of cancer this week. LMPD Lieutenant Nick DeWeese died after a 3-year battle with cancer. WLKY's DeAndrea Turner sat down with 4 of his close friends today who say his story is far bigger than his illness.
Loss is becoming something heartbreakingly familiar here at LMPD Division 1. Lieutenant Nick DeWeese is the 3rd officer to die in the last 3 years. But those who know him best say that his legacy will continue to live on.
Peace.
Funny.
Caring.
Loyal.
That's how his friends described him, because even during his 3-year battle with cancer, Nick DeWeese never stopped being the man he was. A dad, a husband to his high school sweetheart, and a baseball coach to kids he adored.
Nick was a very great personality that, when he walks up, it was an instant calm.
They say Nick was a fighter.
He did not lose his battle with cancer. A man as strong and as great as that doesn't lose. He lived his life to the fullest, all the way until the end.
And through it all, he always showed up.
We had multiple practices a week. He would have radiation, he would have chemo treatments, and he was always there.
He will be laid to rest next to his 2 other brothers in blue. Officer Nick Rodman, killed in the line of duty in 2017, and Detective Paul Oliver, who passed away later that same year.
It's tough to think about that he's gone now, just like they've been for the last several years.
Nick was the godfather of Rodman's daughter, and in his final days, he made sure he spoke to Rodman's children.
When he was able to speak to those 2 and tell them how much he cared about them, and the first thing he was going to do is hug their dad, it was tough to watch, but it did give you some peace.
These kind of losses take a toll, but they also show just how tightly this group holds on to each other.
And upside of having this bond that we have is, we lose one of us, it hurts like hell, but we're all there to pick each other up.
And now that's exactly what they're doing, carrying on his mission to take care of his family.
We just want them to know that we're going to be there for them in any way we can.
DeAndrea Turner, WLKY News.